Arturo Coello and Agustin Tapia can become the number one in the world on the next tournament. After 3 years on that position for LeBron and Galan, why are they having so much success? I'm not gonna be the only one who tried to explain it, but Vela, Sancho, Tapia's coach and much more people are gonna help me. Hello to all players, I'm Pablo and I welcome you to a new 4 set. Coello and Tapia decided last year to play together this season. Back then, Coello was playing with Vela and Tapia with Sancho. And what Vela and Sancho have in common? Both were number ones in the world. Actually, Tapia shared the same side of the court with Vela for 1 year and a half and with Pablo Lima too. So we can say that Coello and Tapia had some of the best professors on the padel world. However, both considered that was enough time sharing the court with all their players. Especially Tapia, because since he became pro player on the World Padel Tour, he couldn't share court with a young player like him. But there were a problem. Coello and Tapia decided to play together, but they didn't have any kind of relationship. As Pablo Crosetti, Tapia's coach, said on an interview in Sport, they knew each other from hello and goodbye. At tournaments, they laugh and make jokes. We knew they would become friends. Now when Arturo wants to come with his girlfriend, he comes. When Agu wants to go to any tournament with his family, he goes. They flow. So it was a challenge for the team at the beginning to mix two young players that didn't know each other. But Tapia was pretty confident. He stayed here and didn't travel to Argentina in Christmas, so he could start training very soon. It was not clear who would take the leadership, and with the psychologists we talk about a democratic leadership. Whoever has the best day, whoever feels better, pulls the card. It's not a dominant and dominated pair, veteran and young. No, here the two youngsters have their say. It seems easy, but it's very difficult to reach parity. Regarding these first tournaments of the season, Vela tried to explain the success of Tapia and Coello, and it's all about the confidence.
No, porque juegan muy bien. Juegan los dos muy bien al pádel. Para mí tienen todos los condimentos, se le han dado para que estén como están ahora. Tienen ganas de jugar los dos juntos. Ellos han elegido jugar, porque viste que hay muchas veces que vos jugás o hay otras parejas que juegan con lo que ellos quieren jugar juntos, y es súper importante. Tienen la posibilidad, y para mí eso es una ventaja muy grande, que los dos se ven que pueden tener un proyecto a largo plazo, y eso hoy es una ventaja espectacular porque hace que le tengas mucha más paciencia a tu compañero, mucha más paciencia, porque vos ves a largo plazo, y eso yo creo que los hace aguantar mucho más un posible error que tenga el compañero. Para mí es el segundo condimento que tienen. Tercero, que han empezado ganando, que para una pareja como ellos dos, han empezado ganando, y eso hace que tengas más confianza.
Arturo Coello, after winning that polemic final in Chile, said this about Agustin Tapia.
El partido que hemos levantado hoy, más allá de todo lo que ha pasado, creo que nos hace fuertes. La verdad que le quiero agradecer a Agus porque siempre que pasan cosas raras él me apoya, él está junto a mí. Creo que hoy han mostrado una madurez increíble. Más allá del partido, cuando me ha visto mal, me ha visto hundido, me ha visto que no tenía fuerzas, él ha cogido y me ha animado, me ha apoyado hasta a mi lado. Y este año pues estoy disfrutando de un animal, de un número uno que si el tiempo le deja lo va a ser, porque es un auténtico animal, es muy muy bueno, tiene mucha capacidad y aparte tiene una mentalidad muy rocosa que creo que la gente se queda solo con el talento, con la magia, con las cosas que hace, pero la mentalidad que ha demostrado hoy creo que es digna de admiración, así que nada, lo felicito porque el título de hoy es una barbaridad y el partido que ha hecho es una locura.
All the success from the beginning was not something planned by the team, as Tapia's coach Pablo Crosetti said. We were caught by surprise that it was so soon. It was a 2-year project, and because of the potential underage, we thought they would play very well, but we have limited training, not much precision. However, like in any other story, there are antagonists. And in this story, those are Juan Lebrón and Alejandro Galán. Ale Galán did an interview and confessed the following. It may be the worst beginning of my career. I have never faced so many injuries. I'm used to playing with pain, but missing tournaments is the first time that this happened to me, and I'm already focused on what's to come. I don't know if it's the hardest year as a couple, but my personal one is, because an injury is the worst thing that can happen to an athlete. It's true that from the beginning of the season, Coello and Tapia signed like no others. But Lebrón and Galán had so many problems. They are gonna compete again on the next tournament in their worst situation ever. It's the first time that they can lose the number one against a couple with better numbers than them. The previous situation was against Paquito and Dineno, but LeBron and Galán were always above them. Arturo Coello this year, after winning the first tournament against LeBron and Galán, said this.
Es admirar el encomiable trabajo que hacen Ale, Juan y Mariano durante todas las temporadas que venimos jugando. Para mí son un referente de trabajo, equipo, esfuerzo. Cuando nos unimos con Agus y hay que ver cómo trabajar y cómo crear un equipo, nos fijamos en ellos. Para nosotros, ellos son nuestros referentes. Yo he crecido, me han ganado, no sé ni cuántas veces me han ganado ya.
Nevertheless, once a new couple arrives and set a level of play like LeBron and Galán did before and Coello and Tapia are doing right now, other couples need to find for an antidote.
Ahora hay que buscarle el antídoto a ese juego que hacen, como en su momento Juan y Ale pusieron un juego en el cual no se le había encontrado antídoto durante un tiempo largo. Ahora con Arturo y con Agus hay que ver de qué manera se les puede hacer daño, pero mira, yo creo que están en la fase esa que yo te dije, que hoy le tires por donde le tires, vas a rebotar porque hay una compenetración y una confianza tan grande que los hace ser aún más buenos de lo que son. No es 1 más 1, 2. Cuando están en una sensación como sienten así, 1 más 1 no es 2, es un poquito más.
And that is something that Pablo Crosetti knows. There are always things to improve. At the beginning, the opponents had not had time to study us. In Granada, we saw that they changed their game a little bit and we have to look for antidotes. The couples are going to improve and evolve. We have to find antidotes and not everything will always be magic. We are prepared for defeats. Despite this, Agustín Tapia is just focused on the present and enjoying it.
No, todavía no nos paramos a pensar lo que estamos logrando, solo vamos partido a partido intentando buscar la motivación a cada uno. Esta vez Artur la verdad que jugó una locura, me salvó en momentos que yo dudé, él no dudó en ningún momento. Bueno, de eso se trata la confianza, también cuando no tenés confianza parece que no metes una. Pero bueno, tenemos que aprovechar este momento y a seguir intentando ganar partidos.
There are other aspects that have helped to the success of Coello and Tapia besides the confidence. Power and presence. When I say power and presence in this couple are two terms really related. Don't forget that Arturo Coello is the tallest player in the top 20 with 190. How tall can he be jumping and raising his racket? Above 3 meters. And it's not just about the smash, it's about how fast they can reach the net. Especially Coello because he can return and immediately moves and cover all the court, just open his arms. Actually, where is almost all the time Coello plays it on the court? At the net. He doesn't care that his opponents are at the net as well because he wants to be there and he will block every ball to him. Knowing that you have Coello looking for a winner close to the net, your thoughts will go to direct your ball to the other side of the court. But there you find Agustín Tapia, a Super Saiyan Tapia this season. He managed the time as no one does at this moment. Coello is safe at the net because Tapia never puts him on danger. Anyways, do you want me to do a tactical analysis of this couple? Smash the subscribe button and like this video. Thank you for watching the video and see you in the next one. Ciao!